G'day, listeners. Welcome to another episode of the AUSNZ Community Podcast. And what a huge episode we have today. As you're all aware, Fingersoft have just released a new update, and we're pretty much going to get straight smack bang into discussing the update. We got a special guest on later on as well, all the way from Italy, is Mbow from Unity. Will be joining us for a chat, and we'll have a little discussion with him and get his thoughts on the update and talk about his HCR2 history and just get to know him a little bit better. 2 points before we get stuck into it, guys. The first one is actually a little concerning and a little distressing. Jordan from Chaos, or the next Chaos.
The new Chaos.
The new Chaos, that's right. Thanks, Pete. The new Chaos, Jordan, who was on the podcast a few episodes ago with the other boys, is unfortunately he's just gone MIA. He's just missing. He hasn't logged on to the game or onto Discord in 2 months, apparently, which is a little concerning. Just really concerned for his welfare, and we hope that he's okay. If he's listening, Jordan, if you happen to listen to this one, mate, jump back onto the podcast. To Discord, and give everybody a hello, because the community is quite worried about you, and we hope you're safe and well. We just hope it's nothing too serious, and that maybe you've just, taken some time out and you'll come back when you're ready. But hope he comes back soon. The second point is, as everybody is aware, it's Fingersoft's 10th anniversary. So congratulations to Reese, SJ, and the team at Fingersoft. A well-deserved achievement in the gaming world to be going for 10 years.
Don't forget about Tony. Tony's the guy who started it all.
Oh, yeah, of course. Tony Fingeroos. Yeah, that's right. I'm not sure how much he's involved with the nitty-gritty of it all at the moment, but yeah, like, as Reese and SJ are pretty much the community managers, the social community managers, we just want to congratulate them and on a job well done, and keep on going to the future, and here's to another 10 more years. Hopefully we'll be talking about HCR3 and HCR4 and the other games down the track in the future. So we'll see where that takes us.
Do we sing him happy
Do
birthday?
we? Do we want to sing them happy birthday? It's really. Is it a birthday or is it an anniversary? I suppose it is birthday because it was born. Yeah. The game was born.
Do I have to do it piece by piece through the?
Well, I don't think. I think we had the lyrics episode last episode, but I don't know if anybody wants to hear our terrible singing voices, do they? Especially singing happy birthday.
Fine.
On that note, Eva, welcome to the episode, mate. What a massive episode we've got.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, mate. I've seen a couple of videos. Really want to talk about it, and it's let's get stuck into it, I think.
Pete, welcome, mate. And you're in the same boat, I'm assuming.
Yes. Thank you very much, GTR. I'm super excited to talk about this new update. I can't wait to get my hands on it and just play this new vehicle. It looks like so much fun. Built-in wheelie boost. What the hell? That's cool as.
Absolutely. And JR, welcome as getting into episode. How are you?
I'm all right. And I'm also looking forward to this episode, and I cannot wait to get the update and try the new vehicle myself.
Yeah, it's very interesting, new vehicle. It looks like it's looking at the videos. I mean, we'll talk more about it later and what its features and everything like that. But yeah, guys, we should probably get into it. So, Eva, you want to start us off?
Well, yeah, I suppose it's update version 1.53.0, and the new vehicle's the Beast. So I'll talk a little bit about the Beast. There's been a video posted by Verishak and a few others showing what it's capable of. I was already done 10,000 meters in it in a
Oh, really? Has he?
few of the adventure tracks.
Wow.
So yeah, lots of other little bits and pieces, but yeah, it's got a built-in wheelie boost, and it falls apart like the hot rod, but it's not exactly like the hot rod because it's kind of like the bus and the hot rod combined. It'll fall apart slowly if you
Mhm.
bounce around, and then obviously as it starts to fall apart, you get the vehicle changes its the way it drives, etc., etc. But yeah, looking forward to having some fun with it. Looks like it's going to be a whole lot of fun to play with.
One of my favorite parts, like seeing Vershak, he posted a video. It fully breaks apart and you can still drive it.
Or
Like
I
you
don't know
don't
if you
die
still drive it,
instantly.
or I think
Yeah.
it's like the hot rod in that respect because
No, you can
smash
still
the hot
drive it
rod.
as long as your head doesn't hit the ground. You can still drive it.
Oh wow, okay, I didn't see
Yeah.
that. I didn't watch enough to see that.
Oh, it's its own separate little video. It goes for about
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that one. Oh, cool.
What's interesting is it's got a tune called Durability. That's I'm assuming that's in regards to like fuel or battery. It's not battery because it's fuel operated, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Does it have fuel boost in the parts?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Okay. So it's obviously fuel operated. So it's not a vehicle or anything like that.
No.
Okay, so yeah, durability is a very interesting tune. It's obviously got boost, grip, and engine. I haven't seen the engine size, but I'll take a look at that later on when I get the update. But before we get into that, let's just run through. Let's just run through the update version 1.53.0. So, new vehicle, the Beast.
Yep.
New tuning part, which is a spoiler. Now, not for all vehicles, only for a select few vehicles.
I've got the list here if you want me to go through them.
Yep, go through those vehicles, please, Pete.
Yep. All right. So the vehicles that have the new part are the CCEV, the rally car, which already has its built-in spoiler. So I don't know why it has another one. One I'm looking forward to seeing is the monowheel has its spoiler. The Super Diesel, the monster truck, the buggy, tractor, Mark II, scooter, and the Mark I. They all have the new part, but nothing else has it.
Was Formula One on that list?
No, not
now,
the Formula.
Why wouldn't the Formula have it? That really.
It's already got one.
Well, it already has one, but so does the rally car.
It's got a tunable downforce though.
And
It's
that's
got a
right.
tunable
Sports
downforce,
car,
yeah.
so I suppose that's why it doesn't have it.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's probably right. Yeah, so it probably doesn't really need it, but I mean, it could use extra downforce if it had the new part, like to make it like so stable on the ground that it doesn't even come off the ground, type thing.
Could you imagine? Jeez.
Yeah.
Max downforce, max spoiler.
Yeah, exactly.
It wouldn't leave the ground.
No, that's right. Okay, so it's also we also have a new cup theme called the Climb Canyon Arena. New cup is the Canyon Grand Prix. The Trophy
They look
Road
like a lot of fun too, don't they?
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. Can't wait to try those tracks.
Yeah, because
the trophy.
I think there's going to be similar to some of the snow ones where, you count in, up to 3 or 4 before you start, and then the bridges in the right spots on the tilt trays are in the right spots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that might be something to look for as we're doing speed runs for that.
Yeah, world record type deals.
Yep.
Yeah. Trophy Road Premium Pass now unlocks 3 extra daily task slots, so that's only included in VIP subscriptions. Added a fast pop-up menu for vehicle selection. Now that is a great little add-on there by the Fingersoft team.
Yeah, it looks like when you go to check a time on a track,
Yep.
and you say you want to pick a vehicle, it gives you that list.
Yes. Yeah, you can do the list, or you can do the list while you're scrolling through the vehicles as well.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
That is a pretty cool little option there. This is an interesting one. Added new event types. Doesn't specifically say what what modes it is, but it's added new event types. So
I would say that would either be public event, which we've seen one of, and possibly if it's public event, then it's going to be in a team event.
yeah, I don't know if it's specifically for team event or if it's public event. You're probably right on the public event. The balloon, maybe it's talking about the balloon public event that we're currently playing at the moment. But yeah,
which is so fun, by the way.
It's not too bad, is it? Yeah, I mean,
I'm really enjoying it.
Added a filter for scrapping items based on their rarity, which is a very interesting little feature there as well.
That would be very good for those who only want to scrap legendaries. You can just pick legendary parts.
That's exactly right. That's great too for me because I used to I had a little habit that I used to use scrap common parts all the time, and then I'd like to scrap the rare and epic parts altogether and legendary altogether. Now I've got the ability to set that up the way I want it, which is really good.
Yeah, it just filters everything out.
Yeah, it does. Global and local leaderboards now require legendary rank before your scores will be recorded on. Well, that should have been really there from a long time ago. So that's about time that's happened.
Well, that's good.
Now this
get rid of a whole lot of the hackers.
Yeah. Well, that's right. Exactly. Now this next one is very, very interesting, and it just shows and proves that Reese and SJ and the team at Fingersoft listen to their racers and their community base, because in the last update they removed the ability to ban players that left the team. They've reintroduced that again. So they've re-added the ability to ban players who have left the team. So if somebody comes into the team trying to poach players, then leaves again.
That happened a couple times. That's so annoying.
Yeah, so you should be able to ban that player, and that message gets deleted as well.
Yes.
I'm hoping they've put that back. So that's really good. You can now tap and hold to tune, downgrade, upgrade, vehicle upgrades as well. So going from level 20 to level 1 doesn't require you to tap 19 times, which is really good. So you just hold it and it just goes up automatically, which is good.
I reckon my muscle memory is trained to tap on this game, so I'm probably not going to use that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Changed Android minimum version to 4.4 to 5.0 for all your Android users out there.
I'm going to have to get rid of my Android KitKat powered phone from now on.
Oh, okay. Is it a minimum version, is it?
Yeah, minimum version. Well, Android 4.5 is KitKat. 4.4 is KitKat.
Okay.
So that's really old, though.
What's KitKat?
Well, Android, before they went to just numbers, they used to have a letter associated with the update. And that letter would then be, they would use a dessert or sweet to call the software update something. So 4.4 was KitKat. Before that, after that was L for lollipop. So version 5 was lollipop. I joined when it was gingerbread.
Did most Android users know what you're talking about? Because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm an Android user and I have no idea what he's on about.
I don't know what he's talking about either.
I've always done software updates, so I was always looking forward to Lollipop because Lollipop made a huge change. So yeah,
treat yourself to a lollipop now, mate. If you want, go for it.
I will.
Or even have a break, have a KitKat.
Yeah, have a break.
Well, I can't have a KitKat anymore. That's the problem.
Yes. various localization improvements, various performance optimizations and crash fixes, various UI and menu tweaks and bug fixes. And also they've added Turkish language for localization as well. So, well, big update, lots of improvements, lots of new features. And yeah, our main focus is obviously the Beast. It looks pretty cool. It looks like a half plane, half car. Because if you can, I've seen some pictures of like little small size planes with the engine at the front, and it's like half plane, half car.
Yeah. Well,
but
that the engine.
It looks quite easy to wheelie as well. So did somebody say it had wheelie boost
built in.
Built in.
Yep.
But it's not a tune.
No, it's not a tune. It's just there.
So does it when you wheelie it gives you the power?
Yep.
Yes.
You get power out of the exhaust. It's in the video. You can see it in the video.
Yeah, I did notice it, but I'm not so sure if you could improve on that power. I mean, I don't know if it's just there and that's it for, you can't upgrade it, make it faster or make it more longer, or
I think you get more power from that as you upgrade.
so engine or maybe durability.
I think it's a bit of both, because as the vehicle was deteriorating in the video, you could see that it looked like it was. I don't know. I think it was getting more powerful as it deteriorated, but I could be wrong. It's very hard to tell from the video, but I can't wait to play it, see what it actually looks like and feels like.
Yep. So in the vehicle screen, you've got your parts, and then next to the parts, you've got the two usual ones where you got your parts with the spanner icon, and then you got your looks with the paintbrush, and then next to that, you got vehicles, and then you got scrap on the other side. So those are two pretty cool features.
Yeah.
That Fingersoft have put there, because that's going to save. I mean, I didn't mind scrolling because I just got used to it. I knew where every single car was. I knew where everything is. If you play the game long enough, everybody that's listening now can understand. But I mean, we all know where our vehicles are. I mean, I suppose it just saves time for new players. They could just click on vehicles and just go straight to that vehicle.
Well, that's the thing. If you're doing, like, say, a public event where it's a time attack track, and your go-to is, let's just say, I don't know, the Kanga Jeep, and you want to use the super bike or the hot rod.
Yeah,
you got to swipe for ages before you get to it. So now with this one, it's just a couple of clicks and you're there.
Yes.
So
I usually do the double swipe. Do you guys do the double swipe with the two? I do a double swipe and it goes heaps faster. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So you can actually increase the boost. So the boost is one of the four, upgradable parts of the car, and the boost is giving you the wheelie boost.
Okay. All right. Yeah, the boost is interesting. So it breaks apart like the hot rod, but it doesn't completely break apart, and you can still drive it.
Well, from what we've seen, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it lasts a bit longer too. Like it has more parts break off than the hot rod.
Very curious to know how it handles the acceleration, its braking as well. I mean, not that we use the brake too much, but yeah, because you use the brake when you're wheeling and stuff like that to control the wheelie. But yeah, it's just it's an interesting vehicle, the way it looks and the way the shape, because it's looks like it's heavier on the front end, obviously, than the back end, because the back end is all the weight from the character you're using. But
because it's got the built-in wheelie boost, do you think it might be the new competitor in wheelie events compared to the racing truck and buggy?
It looks like
a staple.
It looked like Vereshak was wheeling with ease. When I was watching him, he was hardly putting any effort into it. It's basically every time he accelerated, the front end just lifted up straight away. So it's going to be interesting to control that.
Yeah, that's what I saw as well.
I was noticing every time he accelerated, it just lifted up, and then he was controlling the wheelie boost or the wheeling with his brake as well. So, I checked my update today and haven't got it yet, but it's really interesting to give it a go. So,
Yep.
what's next about the new update? The new track. It's called
Climb Canyon Arena.
Yeah, Climb Canyon Arena. Now we've seen the videos from IO and from Vershak. What do we think on that? What do we think about the track? I noticed that part of the track had a huge big log thing where it like launched you up in the air and over the top of a
Yeah.
cliff. Did anybody
Yeah.
see that?
Hang
Yeah.
on. The new cup is called Canyon Grand Prix.
Yeah, the new cup.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, that
Canyon
one.
Canyon Grand Prix. So
Yeah.
it's got a little ledge thing there where it lifts you up over this section, and then it like gives you a huge big like boost. Did anybody see that? I thought that was quite interesting.
Yeah, like I said from the start, I think these new tracks are going to be a bit of fun. They look like a mixture of a paved bone gorge type thing, where there's lots of places to get stuck, but there's also lots of places if you get it right. And then there's moving parts as well. So, with the seesaws and the bridges, and there's multiple
So a little bit
ways.
like the
Factory.
fun park one.
Less like the fun park, more like the factory and Bone Gorge and one of the glacier cups, all kind of rolled into one.
Yes,
Okay.
all combined.
Yeah, so I mean, there's no bridges or anything like that. The wonky bridges, but if you miss one of the ramps, you either go up and over or underneath.
Yeah.
So and I think there's advantages to both, but I mean, we'll see what happens when it comes out and we start to do some time attack on it or something like that, because I think it's going to be another cool track to learn all the little idiosyncrasies of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
It's something new. It's something that we've always asked for something, new, and we want change and things like that. So, thanks to the team for for bringing this one out, and then hopefully with this new vehicle, give me a chance to crack Canyon now. I was actually going to try and do it this weekend with a few other because I haven't really done much with the other vehicle, which was the lowrider. Oh well, it's okay. I'll
Yeah,
just
the lowrider
settle with
has
this.
its disadvantages though, because it doesn't have a lot of fuel, so you don't get very far with it.
Yeah,
And you can't anger it. So
No,
if
you
you do run
can't.
out of fuel, you're pretty
Yeah.
much done.
yeah, well, that's it. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, wow, it's a pretty exciting update, and I just hope we see the beast. I wonder what Fingersoft have got planned for team events for the beast. I wonder if it's going to be. I mean, they're obviously going to be putting it in the next few team events, I would say. So it's not in this next one, but I wonder if it'll be in the next one or the one after that. Surely the one after that, when everybody gets the update, I would say.
Well, the
Yeah,
update's
well-
going to drop first, and then from there, people have got to get the car and get get it upgraded and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, get parts and everything.
Match GP players will hit it.
Yeah, but you've still got to get the parts for it.
Every time they drop a new car, it seems that they put it into a public event so people can test it out. And
Yep.
that gives everyone a chance to get parts for it as
Yep.
rewards along the public event.
Yep.
Hopefully that's what they do this time.
I hope so too.
Yeah, or maybe like a wheelie public event or something like that, I would say.
Yeah.
That would be really good, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
J-
really
JR, we
excited
haven't-
of this.
JR, we haven't really got your thoughts. What do you think about the new update so far?
Oh, I like them very much because it's been a while since we had a major update of this kind. And since we have a new theme for cups, I'm looking forward to another adventure map.
Yeah,
A new
well,
adventure map.
that's
Yeah.
a very interesting point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. So another adventure map. Oh, that sounds like even more fun.
That
You know,
sounds
for
like even
the
more ability for GTR to get Canyoneer.
for adventure players like the Bell and the rest of the players, they'll be looking forward to earning more stars.
Yeah, for
Exactly.
sure.
Yes.
Sure. I'm glad you brought that up because
It'll be like a canyon one, yeah, like a canyon. What's it called?
I'm
Adventure.
assuming they'll call it the Canyon Adventure Track with a 10% chance we're wrong.
Canyon Cove or Canyonero.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Pete, anything else you want to talk about the new update for the anything we missed?
No
I
thanks.
reckon we've covered it.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Pete, what's
Yes.
happening in team events this week and public events?
Team events. So I'll just keep my one nice and short, sharp, because we've spoken a lot about the the update. So team events is the Canyon job. So there is 4 tracks in this one. First one is like an archery type thing. You got to hit targets, earn as many points as you can, followed by a multi-jump, and then cargo with the trailer, and followed by a time attack. Vehicles are tractor, monster truck, chopper, lowrider, and hot rod. So what I'm using is monster truck with wings, cage, and thrusters on track 1 to get the points. Is that what you guys are using?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, yeah, I am. I started off with the chopper,
Bike.
but
Chopper.
the chopper, but I
Yeah.
soon switched to the monster truck.
Multi-jump, I've been using the tractor with Kanga, which is really tricky with low GP because it just does not jump. Anything under level 9, it doesn't work very well. The cargo, I'm using the hot rod with magnet, fuel boost, and coin boost. So with the hot rod, you've got to sort of go slow at the start. Don't go too fast because that ruins the run and you end up losing all of your cans.
Yep. And you don't want to lose your cans.
Especially when you're
Don't
going
lose
down
your cans.
that little slope before the fuel boost. If you go too fast there,
that's
you
the
lose
one.
your cans.
Yes. I was going to make a can joke, but I'm not going to.
Oh, really? You can if you like.
Yes,
And
you,
then
yes,
when-
you can.
When you lose the cargo, you also lose it at the end as well, just before you jump over the gorge.
Yeah, that's where I get stuck a lot. I don't have enough momentum, so I try and make it, and it just doesn't work. Track 4, time attack. I'm using the chopper with wings, landing boost, and thrusters.
Yep.
And that one actually works okay with low GP. So I've got level 2 thrusters on my alt account, and that works just fine.
Well,
Like it's not
that's-
as easy.
That's
but it
clearly my
works.
favorite. That's my favorite track out of the team.
I've just got level 2 thrusters on my alt on the monster truck, and I've managed
really?
I've managed the 9.5k run on
Yes.
the cans
What?
in track 1
On the cans in track
on
1.
the target jump.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, the target jump. So I'll fix that.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I've got 1 out of 10 of thrusters on the monster truck, and the
Yeah,
thrusters only just work. But I've still
level
managed to
2
do some runs.
thrusters work fine on that. I've
Yep.
tried that too because one of the rookies members was saying, "Oh, I've only got level 2," so I gave it a go, and yeah, it worked fine.
Yeah,
with level 2.
I think I've gotten a 10k run with chopper on track 4. I was pretty happy with that. It's
Nice.
like a low 16, I think, or a mid 16 time.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's from
pretty good.
That's from one of the daily cups that we did.
Yeah.
It was one of the daily cups, and I managed to squeeze an extra second out once.
Well, according to this screenshot from Master HCR, 16 seconds is 9.958.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
So it was in the 16, so it was just under 10.
Very,
Some-
very good. I
Some
think the
players
best I've got
were.
is-
Sorry to cut you off, Pete. There's some players were using also at the start fume. So they would thruster up, use fume,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
the other way.
and landing boost.
Yep, that's the other way.
Yep.
But you've got to do that properly. You've got to go under the girder, and going under the girder is you got to go under. No, sorry, you got to go over the girder, over the crate, but then down in the guts, and make sure you miss that ledge.
Yeah, that
And you get-
ledge. Yeah, everybody
and then you
catches
get
that
one
ledge.
more landing boost just before you run off, roll off the edge.
Yeah, that's a quick
and
run
then-
if you can nail it.
Yeah, if you can nail it, it's a good run.
I am vendor. Please insert girder.
Yeah, so it's a pretty quick run if you can nail it. But I mean,
Yeah.
everybody was going with wings, thrusters, and landing boost, which is
It gives
everyone's
you
go-to.
it gives you a repeatable 8.5K run, and that's just not nailing every single landing boost, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as you get the first 2 or 3 in, the rest of it just flops together.
Yeah, it
But
does.
to get that into the 16s, you've really got to nail everything, every single landing.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Pete, do we want to run through the new team event very quickly? That's just about to drop now tonight.
Ooh, I actually haven't had a look at it. We can.
I've had a quick glaze, and I'll just
A
quickly.
It's called A Decade of Driving, which is
Okay,
fitting
yeah.
considering it's their 10th year anniversary.
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
quickly.
so we've
Go for it.
got 4 tracks. First track is Time Attack, collect balloons for a time bonus. So the current public event is what that is. Track 2 is Wheelie. Track 3 is Distance, drive as far as you can. And track 4 is a Time Attack.
Now, with that, really, I believe it's uphill mountain.
Yep.
The usual one where you go up the mountain with snow. That's what I think. The distance one is. Sorry, not the wheelie. The distance.
Okay, so that will be the monowheel I'd use.
Mono,
one?
yeah. Io was using mono in his video, and Cope was using the hill Mark 1 hill climber with with Kanga.
Yeah, not many people can do that. It's not a very good hill climber, considering it's called the hill climber.
The second, what was the second track again?
That's a wheelie, so that'd be the racing truck.
Yeah, that's a city wheelie, downhill city, where
Yep.
you go downhill, and then there's a lot of sharp ledges and sharp ones where you can use the wheelie boost to go over the big huge ledge at the, I think it's around the 400-meter mark, I think.
Yeah. What would you use for the Time Attack collecting balloons track?
Well,
Racing truck.
the Cope was using the sports car for that.
Oh,
Yeah, you need the racing truck for the wheelie, so that makes sense.
You need the racing truck for the wheelie. So the sports car was getting 10K, well, just under 10K. I think he was getting 9.5, 9.7 on a couple of his runs. And he was using fuel boost, afterburner, and overcharge.
What about the track for Time Attack?
And the track 4 time attack, I can't remember.
Can't remember. Well, you've
No.
got Hill Climber, Mark II, sports car, monowheel, and racing truck.
Yeah, I can't remember what he was using. I'll have to go back and have a look at the video, but we'll have to suss it out when it comes out, though.
Probably the Mark II with jump shocks, landing boost, and thrusters. That's a complete guess. I haven't looked at it at all.
no, you haven't.
Oh.
Okay. Public events is the current one is called Bill's Birthday Bash. Yeah. Bill's Birthday Bash, and it is collect balloons to gain leaderboard positions. Each balloon attaches to your car as you drive past, but if you hit the top of the balloon, it bounces away. If you hit the bottom of the rope, it attaches to your car. And an interesting thing that I found was, let's just say you're using the superbike, it attaches to the front of your superbike.
And then rips it
If
off.
you're driving along and you lose your front end and a balloon is attached to that, it comes off. So that's an interesting little.
But do you get the
little
time
fact.
bonus for it or not?
I don't know, because it doesn't give you any
number anymore.
indication. Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't give you a number.
yeah. But I've been mainly using the rally car on that one with afterburner, overcharged turbo, and coin boost.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm actually
Okay.
doing this one because it's got 2 tickets in it.
Yes, it does. That's another bonus. I
Yeah.
wonder if it's going to be all month long. They're going to have 2 tickets because of their 10th anniversary. Another thing I noticed, the public event came out on the Tuesday night instead of the Wednesday.
And it was
Yeah.
running for a little bit longer.
So it's going
Yeah.
for a
It's
week.
longer.
It's going
Yeah.
for a week, 7 days.
Instead of 5 days, it goes for 7.
Yeah.
So that gives you more time to do it.
That's correct.
So you can get to 1,000 points.
That last stage in the new team event is from Desert Caves, Topsy Turvy, which is the first stage of Desert Caves. And he was using the Mark II.
Okay.
Not a great score with the Mark II, but yeah, it was using the Mark II. I think it was getting 5K or something like that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. Well,
anyway.
that's it from me.
Should we mention about the podcast anniversary or not anymore? I
Ooh,
was just going to ask.
that is a good one. I think we should just brush
I
on
like
that.
how you slip that in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually forgotten about that, but yeah, 22 episodes. So it's been 1 year.
Yep.
1 year
is-
of podcasts.
Yep.
Yes.
1 year of podcasts.
Yes.
And well, not going to ruin or spoil anything now, but I mean, we've got one heck of a player coming up very, very soon, which we all know is Mbow, but he's been following our podcast for a while now, and I decided to have a chat to him and get him on to tell his story, and here he is. Mbow, welcome to the podcast, mate. Thanks for coming in all the way from Italiano. Welcome to the show.
Hi everyone, it's me, Mbow.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Ciao, benvenuti.
Grazie.
What did you just say?
He said
I
hello.
just said hello
You say
and welcome.
Yes.
Yeah, hello and welcome.
Okay.
Now, Mbow, whereabouts are you? Where city do you live in Italy?
I live in a city which is near Florence, I guess you could say.
Florence. Oh, that is a beautiful part of Italy. It's,
Yeah, near Florence, so just outside of
just-
Florence.
just outside of Florence.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you go for Florentina in the Serie A.
Wait, sorry?
You go for Florentina in the Serie A. The Serie A.
Oh, I
football.
don't actually follow soccer.
Okay.
Football.
Oh, you don't follow soccer. That's pretty sacrilegious for being Italian, mate. That's no good.
I'm more into basketball because I used to play basketball when I was younger. I played basketball
Yeah.
for like 11 years.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about basketball later on then. Anyway, so yeah, again, welcome to the show. How did you get into HCR2, mate? How did you find the game, and how long have you been playing for?
Yep. It all started when I was still in high school. So I believe I was like 17 or 18. Now I am 24. So I started just when the game came out. So 2016, November, December 2016.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's when it came out.
Yeah. Just because a friend of mine at school recommended it to me. And Yeah, but I started playing, I guess you could say seriously, or like more consistently, only when teams came out.
Yes,
And
yes. That is pretty much everybody. Everybody is similar to that because as soon as teams came out, it was a game changer. Changed everything. Was the game became more competitive, didn't it? It became more serious, more competitive.
Before teams came out, I was like playing for a couple months, and then take a break for like 6 or 7 months, and then come back, play for another couple months. But then
Mm.
since teams came out in 2019, I believe, April or May or June, I don't know.
2019 it came. I can't remember
Yeah.
what month, but it was 2019. Yeah.
Yeah, I basically never stopped since then.
Much like all of us, mate. I think we're all on the same boat. We haven't really stopped. So, JR, you can welcome Mbow to the podcast too. So we left you out there.
Yeah, Embo, welcome to the podcast, and I cannot wait to hear your stories, and you will speak to us in Italian. Would like to listen to some of that.
Only Eva can probably understand it though.
Yeah.
I can translate. What was your team history? I mean, you're in Unity now, but where did you come from? Where did you how long have you been in Unity? What was your progression to get to Unity?
Okay, so when teams came out, I joined an Italian team right away, which is still called Lupi Italiani. I don't know if you never heard.
Yeah, Italian Wolves.
Yeah, and actually, at the beginning of the game, I believe they were called Lupi Toscani, which is the region I live in.
Yep.
But then I don't actually remember what happened, but they changed the name to Italiani instead of Toscani. But then me and other few teammates of mine, we realized that we were on a whole different level, I guess you could say. So we wanted to push ourselves even further. So we joined a much more skillful Italian team, which was called Italia Pro Team. Again, I don't really remember. I think it was called Italia Pro Team, something like that. I don't really remember.
Eddie, have you been in the one of the top Stormer Italian? Have you been in that team before? Stormer Italiana. Have you been in there?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah,
Yes.
but Stormer Italia is one of the top Italian teams in CC.
Never been in Stormo, but this team, Italia Pro Team, was the team which merged with Ferrari, and together they
Okay.
made Italia.
Italia is in CC as well. So there's Italia, and then there's Stormer Italia. So two
Yeah,
top
but I've
Italian
been
teams.
in the old Italia. The new Italia,
Ah.
the Italia which is active now is a different Italia. I guess some
Okay.
members are still from the old Italia, but
Yeah, it's
yeah.
the new Italia in CC is led by RS Brera.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean
okay.
Brera was also in the old Italia, but
Yep.
there's a lot of members from the old Italia are in Asylum,
We've
and also
yeah, Asylum. There's a few top Italian players that scattered
yeah,
through
because then we
CC.
merged. With Reddit. Italia merged with Reddit, and it's
Yes.
now Asylum. No.
That's right. I remember they did too. They merged with Reddit back in it was
Yeah.
last year or something. Yeah, they did. And of course, Reddit was the old
Reddit.
yeah, Reddit.
Yep.
Yeah, it was the
Then
old
Reddit.
wild.
Yeah.
Their team was the old Wildlifers. Yeah, Wildlifers.
No, I think that there was North.
Yeah, they after that they scattered all over the place. The North was created. Yeah, with Turtle went over there and a couple of things. So yeah, I remember that. there's a lot of good Italian players out there. It's pretty HCR2 is pretty popular over there, I'd say. So there's some really good players around the world. So, and you're one of them, mate.
Oh, thank you. I'm a little bit washed right now because I used to be better some months ago. Because I used to play a lot more. Now I'm playing a lot less, so I'm kind of washed.
You're in the same club as us, but we're hopefully, as I said to the guys before, I said hopefully, the new update, the new vehicle, brings back a few players and we start playing
Brings back
again.
the
Like it brings back that spark. Yeah. Okay, so from the Italian team that you moved from, you moved to Unity, or did you go somewhere else before that?
From Italia, we merged with Reddit, and then Reddit became Reddit, and then Reddit, then question mark, then other funny names.
Yeah,
Like Super Marijuana.
yeah, I remember. The question mark was a funny name.
Yeah.
And then when did you join Unity?
I joined Unity like some months ago. I don't remember when. I think it was April. I think it was April. April was the first month. April
Right.
2022.
Right.
How-
Okay.
How did you know that you wanted to go? Did someone ask you to come, or were you actively looking to move?
No, I chose it.
You chose it. Okay.
Well, I don't blame you. I mean, look, Unity. I mean, as we all know, they're one of the best teams in the world. I mean, when you got Razer leading, I mean, they're currently 5th in the world at the moment in season 18, so they're coming 5th. Let's run some of the players. I mean, you got yourself, Mbow, you got Razer. I mean, you got Lucky as well from Poland, who is a very, 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 very elite player. You got Sunny MD, who's been he's been on our daily competition before. Remember that, Eva? Sunny,
Yeah.
aka MD.
Yep.
He's a great player. And in my opinion, you've got probably the best team event player in the world in your team, and that is Agalos. Is that how you pronounce his name?
I guess so, yes.
Is it Agelos? Agelos.
It's a Greek name, like traditional
Yeah.
Greek name, I think.
Yeah,
I
Agelos.
say Agelos.
Agelos.
I don't
and-
know.
Yeah, in my opinion, he's probably the best team event player in the game. He's won both the team event tournaments that were on. He won both of them back to back. And yeah, he's probably one of the best in the game. You've got your fellow countryman Iza as well in the team. And you've also got probably, in my opinion, one of the world's best players as well as Fox, who came and played with AUSNZ for a couple of seasons. And I saw firsthand what he could do. He's an absolutely brilliant player. So you've got some really good players in that team. So, yeah, mate. And along with yourself, you should be quite proud. That's a really, really strong team to be a part of.
Yeah, I mean, we have a pretty insane roster. I guess like any of the other two top teams, I guess. Like these
But
Asylum.
it's very, very
Always
hard to catch the two top teams, isn't it? It's very hard to catch Asylum and North. I mean, they're running away with the competition at the moment. I mean they're 4,000 trophies in front of third place. So at the moment they're both on 30k and Traction is on 26k. So it's they're very hard to beat, aren't they? Those two teams.
Yeah. I never look at the leaderboard because I think it's kind of messed up or useless, I guess. But I usually look at matches between top teams, not just leaderboard, because some teams match with easier teams, and some other teams match with harder teams. I guess it's not that fair. I guess
No, agreed.
the
Agreed.
little.
Yeah.
I guess they should rework it. I mean, we've been asking them for like months already, and
Well,
they are not doing anything.
HCR2 World is joined with the Nemesis matchmaking. Do they still do the Nemesis table? Are they still doing that at the moment, or I've not seen one for a while. I don't know if they're doing
still
that.
doing Nemesis. Yeah.
They're still doing Nemesis?
Yeah.
Because I think the Nemesis table and the Nemesis statistics is a lot better than the Fingersoft in-game one, I should say.
Yep.
So it's
I
a
guess
lot more.
if you want to look at a leaderboard, you should look at that.
Yeah, the Nemesis is it's always been they've always done a great job, the guys over there. So Eva, just want to take over for a sec, mate. I'm just gonna go grab something.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
So how did you, I'm sorry, I'm going back to this because I think this is quite interesting because as players like us, we would never have this opportunity. Did you just, message someone and say, "Hey, I want to join"? Was it was it that simple, or was it, did you have to prove yourself, or did they know who you were and they say, "Yes, just here's the password, join"?
No, I mean, let me give you a little bit of background to this because I guess the competitive community already know this.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a little bit of scandal because,
There's always a little bit of scandal.
yeah,
Ooh.
a little bit of drama. During that time, question mark, I guess, Reddit, let's call it Reddit. I don't remember how many players, but he got like a few players banned. It's always been a team who's always been around at the conversation for unfair play and such,
Yep.
So Baxi,
Yep.
was tired of leading the team. So I said to him, you look, if you want, I can lead the team for you. You can take a break, So I tried to lead the team because he was tired of all the accusations and such,
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So I tried to lead the team for March, for I think the whole March season. I tried to make some changes to change Reddit quality, I guess, public image, to have some sort of redemption for
Yep.
the team.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The honourable thing.
Yeah, I tried to, but I guess I wasn't feeling the atmosphere. I thought that leading a team wouldn't be so hard and time consuming. So I chose to change team. I mean,
It's surprising how much time it takes out of the game to lead a team, isn't it?
yeah, I never would have imagined. Like,
Yeah.
I was spending more time on Discord than in the game.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I don't want to do that. Like,
Yeah, because
first
it's
of
all
all,
it's all about playing the game. You got to play the game to enjoy yourself. That's the first and foremost thing.
Yeah, I mean, but there's players who actually enjoy staying on Discord rather than the game because they love the community more than the game, I guess you could say. But I also love the community. But for me, first of all, I'm a player, second of all, I'm everything else. No, I
Yeah,
just I
Yep.
want to play the game.
of course. Do you chat much on HCR2 World? Do you get into conversations on that server? Because that server can get a bit fiery at times, can it? I mean, there's a lot of people that clash heads and butt heads in that server. Do you get involved much in the chat in the HCR2 World server?
I mean, when I chat in servers, I usually troll or meme. I'm a troll. I like to joke around.
So you like
Don't
to get under people's skin and rev them up just a little bit and see how they react.
No. I like to joke around. Like, don't take the
Not to
shit too seriously.
not be too serious.
Yeah.
That's the Australian way. Like us Aussies, we call it a bit of banter. We like to, have some fun, joke around and stuff. That's how we are.
Yeah. I feel like there are some rivalries who are taken too seriously, like the Reddit and Discord rivalry. Maybe not now, but back then it got to a point where it was like unbearable, like was too toxic. I mean, for me, at least.
Yeah, agreed. It can get quite nasty. I mean, there's a lot of players in the community that don't get along. There's a lot of teams that don't like each other as well. It can get quite nasty out there. I've seen some conversations in that HCR2 World server, and it can go off. Like it can.
And you know why this happens in this game? Because I believe this game, the competitive scene of this game, is populated with adults.
Yes.
So adults tend to take things more seriously.
Yep.
In other games, there's the competitive scenes are populated with much younger players, and younger players like to joke around and don't take stuff too seriously. So I believe this is also a reason why our competitive community is quote unquote toxic. Or,
it's only toxic if you make it
with
toxic.
tense
It's not
discussions and
Yeah.
accusing teams.
Yeah.
It's I don't know.
Most of the time, I found that this community, the wider community of HCR2, is a lot better to previous games that I've played and been a part of. I mean, you don't see too much. How do I say? You don't see too much fighting or argument or hating. I mean, it's really rare. I mean, we did have that episode a while ago where the couple of players were caught exposing other players' personal details and things like that, and showing that on Discord. The doxing thing, yes, which is highly unacceptable. It's not. It's definitely not on. I mean, that was a while ago. But apart from that, you really see too much. You don't see too much happening, which is really good. I mean, considering what you were saying, Mbow, about the competitiveness of this game, how we all take it pretty seriously, and we want to win and do the best we can and things like that. But you don't really see too much fighting. So which is pretty good. So I remember a long time ago I used to play Counter-Strike on computer, and I was involved in a community there, an Australian community, and I remember one team from Sydney were fighting another team from Brisbane, and they were highly competitive, and they organised to see each other at the national finals, which was all done on LAN, which is local area network, and they organised to meet each other before the actual competition and fight each other, which I thought was hilarious. And didn't end up happening because it was all talk. But yeah, it goes to show you that it's our community, our HCR2 community, is a lot nicer than a lot of other gaming communities.
Well,
I
to be
think-
fair, Counter-Strike is a war game, so of
Yeah,
course there's going to be people wanting to fight.
It is a first-person shooter, but it's that's probably one of the most competitive games I've ever played, like competition-wise. So that's it's a pretty full-on game, that one. But yeah, like you said, Mbow, it's a very highly competitive game, and yeah, we play to do our best, and yeah, we love it. So yeah,
I think also one of the issue is the players here hold a grudge against each other. When in other games, like you could say the worst thing possible to your enemy, but the next day you are friends again. I don't know, like
yeah,
Call
a lot
of
of people
Duty, voice
they hold-
chats. I don't know. Like
Yeah, they could hold grudges. There's a lot of big egos in our community as well. A
I guess I don't know.
lot of big egos. So, I mean,
I think I'm like one of those guys who, I get angry if you do something bad at me, but I don't hold a grudge. Next day I'm like, I'm not angry anymore. Like
yeah, you forget about it. You move on. You build a bridge. You move on, and what's done is done. Yeah, you can't forget the past. Like you can't forget. You can forgive, but you can't forget.
Yeah, but because it ruins your mood, your life too, because you will think about that conversation, that bad conversation, even outside of the game. And this is not what I want.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Pete, Eva, should we probably get on to quiz questions? Which one are we going to go first?
Oh, do we want to go with a quick quiz?
I
Yeah,
reckon
let's
we
do the
could.
quiz.
I reckon we should do the quiz.
The quiz is fun. It's short, sharp answers.
I think JR should take it away.
Never have I ever. HillClimb Racing 2 edition. 1 point for each one that you have never done before. Are you ready to play the game?
Okay, let's play.
Eva will take note of your scores.
I've got the spreadsheet up and ready.
Yes.
Excellent.
The first question is, have you ever missed a team event?
I believe not, but I think I had teams where I didn't practice at all, or maybe I just played one match in the whole week, but I think I never missed.
You never
one,
missed, yeah. So
no.
so every team event you have posted a score.
Yeah, at least
So-
once in the
Yeah.
whole week.
Not
Yes.
not a team event as such, but a match. Have you ever missed a match?
A match, yes, of course.
Okay,
Oh yeah,
so that's a point.
yes. Next question is, have you ever hated a public event?
Oh yeah, of course. Even now,
Yeah.
couldn't.
Yeah, okay.
It's
Have
a
you ever
recurring
picked-
situation.
Yeah. Have you ever picked an easier map for the boss level?
Yes, I did. I'm guilty. But but as soon as I realized it was a scammy move, I stopped doing it. I
Oh.
was doing like when I was maybe like 8 kgp, 9 kgp.
Mhm.
No, actually, 7 or 8 kgp.
Mhm.
Like now I'm maxed,
Yeah.
But then I stopped. Because I think it's not fair. But you won't get banned for it. I think Fingersoft allows it. I don't know why.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
they're
kind of
pretty
unfair.
lenient on it. They're lenient. Like they don't.
Yeah.
It's not too much of a biggie. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
not too
don't-
much of a
I
yeah.
personally, I don't do it because I don't play cups.
Lol.
Okay, let's move on to the next question. Have you ever scrapped legendary parts before excess?
No, never.
Never. Okay. Have you used up all special tickets on a single run?
Depends, like before the 4 tickets limit update or
Yeah.
after?
Before.
Oh, before? I think the
Before
max,
and after. Yeah.
I think the max I've spent in a single run is like I've gotten to the times. I think it was 64 times 64
What?
or 32. I don't
64
remember.
tickets.
On
That's
a single
awesome.
run?
You
Not
spent
spent,
30. You spent 32 tickets on trying to get your score right.
Yeah, and the tickets before also. So I don't know how much it amounts.
That's awesome.
It was versus
It's a lot.
match versus Discord, I believe.
And
Oh.
this is the reason why Fingersoft came out with the update to limit the excess use of tickets. Not blaming you, Mbow, or anything, but I'm saying this is the reason why Fingersoft came out with the limit.
Yeah,
tickets.
because it's
so
too OP.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
Leo
because
has
it's-
over 400 tickets. And
yes, Leo
Leo wasn't
has
a
like
short
400
ticket
tickets.
limit.
You know why he has 400 tickets? It's because he's that damn good. He doesn't need to use them.
Yeah, I know.
Before I
So
go
we
to
can
my
only
next.
hang on.
Yeah?
We can only give
Yeah,
him
okay.
1 point. We can only give him 1 point for that. But I think he deserves more than 1
He
point.
deserves 32
He
points.
deserves 32.
May I ask how many tickets you have right now?
I have 30, I think. 29, 30.
Okay. Yeah.
I've been trying to save them up because I want to reach 60. I believe
Mhm.
60 is
Good number.
like yeah, it's a good. No, it's like
It's a nice round number.
no, it's like a decent number. Like if you want to spend like one tickets every time, but
Yeah.
then you also want to have tickets if you match other top teams and you are ready to spend them. I think
Yes.
60 is a good.
But you can
Yes.
only spend 4 at a time. So what's the
Yep.
point?
No, because if you match top teams in a row, you know,
Yep.
Mhm.
you will
Cool.
go down
Mhm.
much
Very
faster.
quickly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you can recover with the next matches.
I'll make sure
Okay.
you play the public event because there's 2 special tickets on hold there.
Yeah, I will do that.
Yeah. Okay. So the next question is, have you ever had a perfect 40K score?
Yeah, I have like a couple of times.
Oh, cool.
I believe
But on
2
this,
times.
yeah. But with the updated team event scores, have you exceeded 40K?
Yeah, of
Whoa.
course.
Yeah.
I don't remember
Cool.
the event, but
JR,
like
JR,
Yeah?
he is that good, all right?
I'm
no, I
sorry. I'm sorry.
actually
I have no idea.
actually I don't actually remember which event it was, like the new event, so like with the 15K score, because
It was
even
just
though
yesterday.
even though I exceeded a 40K, it was not
Mhm.
that great of a score because so I didn't really pay attention to it because other people were doing like 45K or 46K, so it was like still a trash score, you know.
It's
So
not
I
a
don't really
trash
pay
score. That's an amazing score.
I mean,
These
I
recent
always
team
say
events haven't been great.
I always aim for the best, you know, like.
Yeah.
So
You know,
when I see that I don't perform as good as the top team event players perform, I
You
just
know,
cancel, you know.
we're not judging you at all here. We are looking up at you and saying you're f***ing amazing.
Nah. There's
I'm happy
more,
with my
there's
24,000.
way more amazing players than me.
Oh, there's always going to be someone more amazing, but you're to our standards, you're f***ing amazing.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah, you're supposed to swear in Italian. What you gotta say? I'm fagulo.
No.
No.
È meraviglioso. It's you don't even swear. You just it's just amazing.
Meraviglioso.
Okay, I believe we should go to the next question.
Yeah,
Yep.
get side. I love how we get sidetracked.
Yes. Yeah. Have you ever fallen asleep while grinding adventure maps?
Yeah, a lot of times.
Okay.
So like when I was maxing out my GP, I used
Yes.
to run adventure chests with
Yes.
Relicar and
Yes.
Magnet, which is fucking boring as fuck. Like at night,
Okay.
Relicar and Magnet, like Relicar without Kangaroo is fucking boring. Like,
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay. Next. Have you ever taken a long break from playing HCR2?
uh, long break, no. But like as I
More
said before,
longer than a week.
no, never. Like
Okay.
always playing a lot less than usual, but never break.
Yes. Have you ever rage quit at some point in time?
No, never. I'm a pretty chill guy.
Okay. Have you ever kicked a team member by accident?
No, because I've been leader for just 1 month, and it never
Okay.
happened.
Okay. Have you ever banned someone from a team server?
I think yes, but just for a joke, like
Uh,
in our Italian friend group, we have like
Yeah.
a server. We just
Mhm.
joke around, kick players and stuff.
Okay. And the
I'm
last
gonna
question is
really
yeah.
show this guy a laugh. I'm gonna ban him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now
So
we're
the
just
last question.
trolling
Sorry.
around.
Yeah. The last question is: have you ever done a face reveal on any Discord server?
No, never.
Never.
Only voice reveal.
Oh.
I
Oh.
wanted to
Okay.
do a face reveal when I was still streaming on Twitch and YouTube,
Mm.
but then I stopped. So I
Oh.
might start again in the future. I don't know.
Okay.
I like to stream, even though I don't really like creating content,
Mhm.
but I like streaming like competitive
Yes.
scenarios, if you could
Yep.
say.
Yes.
Well, the advantage of doing a stream is you don't have to record and edit and do all that stuff. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
as you
exactly.
play.
It's
Less
happening
Yes.
live as you're playing.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's
Whereas-
not too many streamers, HCR2 streamers out there, is there, Mbow, except for the only streamer that I know of that he advertises in the Fingersoft server is Europat. That's about it, though, isn't there?
Yep.
But I think
And there's also Gutter Butter.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Mm.
Garabara.
Yeah, Gutter as well. Yeah, he advertises in the Fair Play server a
Mhm.
fair bit. So
I think they
Yeah,
are the
Does Cthulhu still stream?
I'm not sure if
Uh,
he streams as much as he used to.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
not really. But he
I
does
can ask
stream.
him. I'm on a team with them at the moment.
Last
Yeah.
time I
What a
saw one of his
coincidence.
streams, he was trying to get a tractor world record since he's a tractor player.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he sent me a couple of challenges, and I frustrated almost threw the phone across the room.
I've seen IO stream a couple of times recently.
Mhm.
I'm actually going to ask Maury to stream the new vehicle this week as well on our AUSNZ server, but only players in the AUSNZ server could see it though. So, but Maury usually streams but doesn't record stream. He only does it through Discord.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Okay, so we are digressing here. We have an equal winner. You have scored 6 points, which is the same as Jordan from episode 15.
Ooh.
Soulless.
And Solar's got 7. Solar's got 7 points.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I've made a change to the scoring system because we used to score
Okay.
people who hadn't got 40 as 0, but really it should have been they had got 40. You get a 0. So So it's sorry, Solus, you went down 1, you went to 7.
Yeah.
So
And
Mbow, he wins
Mbow,
the.
you are equal with Jordan on 6,
So
which
he wins.
means
He wins the roll.
you get the roll, but it also means you get a present from us, which is absolutely nothing.
Just garbage shit
Nice.
all.
Don't
love
spend
nothing.
it all at once. Don't spend it all at once.
Okay.
We just like this little questionnaire. It's a bit of fun. It's a bit of a laugh. We get to have a bit of fun with it, and we appreciate the fact that you can laugh with us about it.
You'll get the roll, and I'm actually putting the roll as we speak right now. So you've just got the quiz winner roll, and you've just turned you just turned it to purple.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Solus has still got he's got the quiz winner roll, but I should take it off him later.
No, all good.
I'm still
all good.
achieving something.
You're achieving something.
So you're equal with Jordan, but unfortunately, as I said earlier in the episode, Jordan's MIA at the moment. He's missing in action, so you're pretty much the sole winner.
Nice.
Over Solus.
I'm not a washed player anymore.
You were never the worst player. You're in one of the top teams.
No more washed. No, washed. Like, that I stopped being good. Now I'm
mate,
good again. With this role,
you've always
I
been
will
good.
conquer the competitive scene.
Yes. Yep. It's going to be a while before we get another quiz winner, mate. So well done.
Thank you.
Shall we move on to?
This is kind of like the
questions?
Top Gear challenge, I think.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, the Top Gear, like the leaderboard Top Gear one.
Yep.
I'll have to post that leaderboard in as we get more players on the quiz. Either I'll put the screenshot of the leaderboard on the YouTube version.
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah, cool. Well, let's do questions. Who would like to go first? Jaya, would you like to go first and ask Mbow a question?
Yeah, let's go to the fun questions first. This is a question from Itch. And he says, what is the best pasta for you since you're an Italian?
Best pasta, like the best type of pasta, or like best pasta dish?
Maybe a pasta dish. I believe that's what he's asking.
Okay, pasta dish. My favorite one is pasta with seafood.
Marinara.
Marinara.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's marinara.
You just got to be careful because you don't ask for it. So, because if you say your word il pesce in Italian, it has a double meaning.
Exactly.
What's the other meaning?
Well, if someone said to you that you wanted sugo, which is sauce, with your pesce, it could be mistaken for you asking for something else.
Yeah, something.
Can you elaborate?
Not
Yeah,
on.
we're lost.
I'd have to edit it out later.
You can always bleep it. Go ahead.
Is this more for the
18 plus audience?
channel?
18 plus audience. Yes. My
Okay.
The pesce is the cucumber, I guess. Like,
well said.
or the eggplant.
Eggplant emoji.
Okay.
Eggplant emoji. That's the one.
Okay. Okay, I guess you answered the question.
Yeah, we did.
Good question, Jackrabbit.
Okay.
Or Itch.
Yeah, from Itch. Who's next?
I've got one from Moxie. Pasta or pizza? Which is best?
Pizza, definitely. Yeah.
So I actually had a whole large pizza to myself the other night.
I had pizza today too.
Okay.
What type of pizza do you like? Mbow, sorry.
I like the more classic ones, margarita. And I guess pepperoni is also good.
Okay, let me
I
translate that. Let me translate that into English. That's a margarita or a pepperoni. Sorry, that's me being silly.
No, pepperoni is like salamino piccante, no?
See. But I'm just saying. I was translating, and I didn't need to translate. There was nothing to translate. All right. I have a question from Big Sing. I will ask it in Italian. So, quale macchina guido adesso? E qua è la più favorita macchina che hai mai avuto?
Devo rispondere in italiano?
Sì, in italiano e poi in inglese.
Ok. Adesso guido una Fiat Panda.
He likes a Fiat Panda.
E, what was the other question?
Quale macchina è la più favorita che hai avuto?
Ho avuto solo questa perché ho preso la patente da poco, diciamo.
Okay, va bene. So I can translate if you like, or you can say it in English.
What was the question first?
You can translate.
Okay, so the question was, what car do you drive currently? And the second part of the question, it was a two-part question, was what's your most favorite car that you've ever owned? And his response was he drives a Fiat Panda currently, and he's only ever had one car, which is his Fiat Panda, because he's only just got his license.
I was right. Yes.
Tell me, Mbow, you're gonna go and buy a GTR for your next car?
GTR. Depends on
Funds.
how much money I will have. That is the only problem.
Yeah, I don't know what it is in euro, but I'd say, it's what would be the equivalent? Because here it's about $120,000 Australian.
Oh, they're much more expensive in Italy.
Not brand new, but 120 grand Australian could probably get you a 2017,
120 grand.
model. Yeah.
120,000, yeah.
I guess I will stick with the pandas then.
Yeah. Yep. It is my ultimate dream. One day. Is it me next or is it you, Pete?
You're next.
Okay. This is not written down anywhere, but I have one. It's called. It's from. You mentioned you played basketball, or you follow basketball. Do you follow the NBA? Or the Euro League?
Used to follow NBA, like when I was still playing basketball. I guess when I stopped playing basketball, I also stopped following it. I lost the interest. But right now, I just follow the Italian basketball league, I guess you could say.
Oh, the Italian basketball league. Yeah, okay. Australia is pretty. I mean, we're pretty good at basketball. I mean, we're obviously not as good as, obviously the US or anything like that. But I'd say we're top 5 in the world, Australia. So we're not too bad at basketball. It's surprising because it's actually not a great popular game here in Australia. It's certainly not as popular as our other main sports, but we're actually pretty good. We've got a few players that play in the NBA and in the Europe League.
What's your main sport? Like surfing?
We're pretty good at surfing because obviously we're surrounded by water, but that's actually not the main sport. We have a number. I mean, it depends what sport you follow. I mean,
it also depends on what state you live in.
It depends what state you live in. Yeah, but in the summer, in the summer months, which is from December, January, and February, we have our summer at the end of the year and the beginning of each year. December, January, and February, our main sport is cricket. Cricket is our main sport. And then in the winter, our other sport is we have our own football league called Australian Rules Football or Australian Football League. And we have rugby, 2 codes, rugby union and rugby league.
Oh yeah, I know the Maori team, like
the New Zealand All Blacks. Yeah,
Yeah, they do that dance, like
that's
scary
The
dance.
The haka,
yeah, that's the New Zealand team. Now,
the war
it-
dance. That's cool.
Italy are not too bad at rugby as well. They're pretty good. They're in the world
yeah.
stage as well. So Italy are part of the Six Nations. Am I right?
Yeah, I think I've heard of it.
Cool. That's pretty good. Who's next?
Yep, I'll go. I was going to ask one from Amy, but I'll leave that one for GTR because I know he likes that question. I'm going to ask one from Cade. Who is a better HCR2 player in your opinion? PR Linus, Zorro, or DR?
So between those three players,
Yep.
Yes.
Who is DR? I have no idea who DR is. Is that a
the Fei, like the second player in the adventure leaderboard, the Chinese guy.
Chinese guy?
Yeah, he's in Asylum.
Oh, okay. No,
Fei
didn't know.
Fei. I guess I'll go with Zorro. He literally changed the whole game. He created a lot of like insane strats in adventure. Not just new strats, but also clever strats. He's also insane in time attack, team event, public event. Same for Linus. But I guess Zorro has the one, I don't know, the one spark, I guess you could say. The one quid, you know? I don't know, that makes him.
You could go either way. I mean, it's like comparing Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. You either
Yeah, it's
one
like,
or you're the
yeah,
other.
I guess.
It's very similar. I mean, like they're both incredible players. They both
Yeah.
have similar skill, and they both set numerous world records. You know, similar to Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. So
Yeah.
it's so hard to split the two, isn't it?
I guess if someone asked me to make a leaderboard of the best players currently and also the best players in the world.
Before you
like-
answer that, there is a very similar question coming up soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will always
Yes.
start with Zora and Linus, top two.
Yep.
Like, no doubt about it,
Yeah, cool. So Zorro is your number one.
I mean, for me, yes.
Yep.
Yes. Excellent. Perfect. Eva?
I have a question from DeBell, who's popped in to ask this question. He's asked you specifically about adventure because he's mentioned you are in the PA clan. I don't know what the PA clan is. Maybe explain what that is and then give us some tips about adventure.
Okay, so I'm not actually in the clan. I'm like in the server, like
Yep.
in the PA adventure. It's PA, it's a passionate adventurers server. It's a server where adventure players meet and they discuss strategies and such. I'm not really active over there. I don't know. I'm just in the server.
Yep. Yep.
Say if I can say something about adventure. I mean, I can say something about my personal experience with adventure.
Yeah,
So-
for sure.
As of now, I have like 2.9 million stars.
Wow.
I've always wanted to grind adventure first, rather than time attack.
I'm pretty sure that rank is higher than me and GTR combined.
And it's
I
not
have
even
to-
that high.
I'd have to agree with that. It's probably It's probably
Yes.
it's definitely
Yeah,
it's
but-
definitely higher than us combined.
Yeah, but it's not even that high, I'm like not even top 100 in the world.
I could probably I'd go one better, Pete. It's probably combined. It's higher than all our accounts combined altogether.
Oh no, Eva does pretty well for himself.
I've,
No.
I've
I'm
got
talking about just mine and your accounts, main accounts and alt accounts.
Oh yeah.
DeBell's in 11th place worldwide with 3.7 million.
Yeah, I mean, the bell is pretty insane in adventure. Like
Yep.
I've seen his records. Sometimes I scroll the adventure maps leaderboards.
Yep.
I usually see his name on top.
You're probably making him blush now, mate. He's listening, so you're probably making him go all red.
I mean, it's the truth,
Yeah.
But yeah, I've always wanted to grind adventure, but right now, as I said before, I'm not playing that much. No? So maybe in the future, I will try hard adventure and like actually commit to it and reach like insane stars. Like maybe reach even top 20 or top 10. It's just a matter of grinding. If you don't grind, you will never reach those.
Yep.
achievements.
You're
Exactly,
in
yeah.
just for interest's sake, you're in 217th place worldwide.
Yeah, it sucks, but
Oh, no,
because
no, no.
I
There are millions of players, so that's very good.
It sucks for you, but I'm not even numbered. Like it stops at 10,000. I'm not even in that.
But I guess from top 50, I guess, from top 100 below, like people didn't even try hard to reach that achievement. If every player in adventure really try hard, that you would see like top 200 at like 3.5 mil stars, or something
Yep.
like that. No, it's just a matter of committing to it and spend a lot of hours into it.
Well, I can say that DeBell has helped me go from about 1.5 to 1.7 million over the last month and a half with tips and whatever. So I really thank him for that because he's given me a push every now and then to help.
Also, one of my favorite names in the community.
The bell is.
Yeah, the bell. It's creative, the bell.
Yes.
I'm just going
And-
through my friends list, and DeBell's for some reason he's not a friend on my in-game. I don't know why, but Night GP is the highest ranked adventure player in my friends list. That's 3.6 million, which is quite interesting. And he is ranked globally. He's ranked. Where's he ranked? He's ranked inside the top 20, I think. He's 28th.
What's other AUSNZ adventure players like who are really good, like Trekkie? No?
Trekkie is probably second. Trekkie is ranked 27th, and he's in LTR, which is one of our affiliation teams. And then the next
Is
to him
Josh?
is Josh. Yeah, Josh and Creepers are definitely the next two are pretty focused on adventure. Chill, I don't know if is playing too much anymore. Master T. The top 6 players are all in AUSNZ.
On your friends list?
No, that's
in local.
in local. Yep.
Ah, cool. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Next question. Was it JR
Jackrabbit.
or was it me? Yeah, JR.
Jackrabbit.
What is the most memorable experience? What is your most memorable experience as an HCR2 player?
Damn. It's a pretty hard question. I guess my most memorable experiences are the ones where you clutch a team event match, at the last second or something like that. It happens. I remember when I was still in Italia, we matched the Serbian Eagles, and it was a really close match. And if I remember correctly, there was like less than an hour left, and I was on the train heading to university. I was on the train headed to university, and I was like playing my tickets in order to clutch the win.
Mhm.
And then I improved my score, and then we won. That was like insane, just before going to uni.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Winning a match.
on the train too, that wouldn't have been easy.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
the bumps and stuff.
Yep.
Very good.
You're really that good.
I guess for me, memorable experiences include, team event matches. Just because, like back
Yes.
then, I was so invested in team events.
Yes.
Right now, I'm a little less invested into them because I lost some spark, I guess.
Mhm.
But I guess my memorable experiences are, like close team event matches, like the Red
Yeah.
Discord,
Yes. Where you get the victory that you want.
Yeah, but even if we lose, if it's like a good match, like
Okay. Yeah.
until the last second, it's
Yes.
really exciting.
Yes. Yes. Very good answer. Thank you.
GTR, you're up.
Yeah. Before I get to the question, to Bill and I were just talking, saying that Mbow, you have a very, very soothing, relaxing voice. You have a very, very chilled voice, great voice.
That is surprising because I think that my voice sucks. But thank you.
Everyone hates hearing their own voice.
Everybody hates
Yeah.
Mine's the worst.
Everyone
anyway.
except for Eva hates their own voice. Eva has a very good voice too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm on the phone a lot, so I'm well practiced.
Amy's question, she's got another question on here, which is interesting. I might just do that question first and then add her usual question on top of that. Mbow, because you're a avid listener of the podcast, you'll know what Amy's question is. Amy's question: if you could bring back 5 players who have retired from HCR2 to join your team, who would you choose and why? So,
Okay, so
five retired HCR2 players.
I don't even know if I know 5 players who have retired. But
Oh,
I
okay.
guess the first one would be 1926. He
That was
recently
a long time
retired.
ago.
No, actually, no, 1926. Actually, he retired like 1 month ago, I think. He was in asylum.
Mhm.
He said he doesn't enjoy the game anymore. I mean,
Yep, a lot of he's not alone, mate. A lot of people are, in the same boat.
yeah. So he told me that. I mean, he told the asylum that he would leave the game, and this happened like some days ago. Like it's a recent thing, and I wish he would come back because I've so many memories with him, like from the Italia days. I always looked up to him because in the past, when I was like much lower GP, like 2019, 2020, I guess. I always looked up to him,
Yep.
because like he was so good in team events. I mean, he still was like some months ago, but he lost some spark. He didn't really try to play team events. I guess at his best, I guess you could say. So I guess I would bring back him because he still is a really good friend.
Yep.
So 1926. Then I think I will bring back. I don't know any other
Yeah, that's
players who retired.
let's
I guess JJ. Do you know JJ?
I don't know JJ. No.
JJ is a German player from DC.
Okay. Right.
DC JJ.
Let's extend on that question and let's just say,
Okay.
if you were to pick 5 players to be in your team of 6, who's the top 5 players you would pick? Based on
from any team.
From any team, any player in the world, retired, not retired,
But
any 5 players.
Okay, do I have to pick on based on skill or
you pick?
If I
you
like
pick
them?
No, you see, every player has their different aspect on how they choose their player. For example, last episode we had Will, who chose his players based on personality and if he got along with them and liked them as a person. And
Put it this way:
episodes,
his first choice was his alt account.
Yes.
Okay.
That's right. So you could either pick players based on how they are in person or how they are on Discord and if you get along with them, or you could pick players based on skill or both. It's up to you.
Even players from Unity?
Players anywhere, anyone, any team.
Okay, I guess I will not choose players from my own team, so it is less boring, I guess, and more exciting.
This is good. Yes.
Okay. I mean, because honestly, I would choose like 5 players from my team. Okay, so first player, I guess.
Yeah, you chose Zorro as your player before. Would you have Zorro in the team?
Definitely yes. I think I mean, I just said he's so insane at the game. I wish I could learn, from him, because when you are surrounded by players who are much better than you, it's always a good thing. You can improve yourself. You can like grow in the game, like skill wise.
That's true. Yep.
My main thing is skill. I always try to improve and get better.
Yep.
And the personality thing, you mostly see it on Discord. And me personally, I don't really spend much time on Discord, so I'm just focused on skill, I guess. So yeah, I think Zoro, I would like to have him. I guess you could say Linus too.
Yep.
Swiss cheese.
Swiss cheese.
I guess him because of personality.
Oh my god! Don't want to feed his ego even more. He's already got a bit of a big head. You don't want to make it more big.
No,
we love our cheese.
Yeah, I like his straightforward personality.
It's a good choice too because his skill level is incredible, as we all know.
Yeah,
and he's our number 1 player in Australia and New Zealand as well. We ranked him number 1.
Yeah, you know what I like about him? I like his critical thinking. When we had the conversation in HCR2 World about bans and scandals, drama, he was never biased. Like he was always sharing his opinion, but
he tells it how it is, doesn't he?
Yeah. It's like straightforward, and I think this is what misses. This is what missing with many other players who are pretty biased with their team or with friends, and he doesn't do that. Like, he doesn't care if it's his own team or if a friend is involved in some sort of drama, and I really like about him.
Yep, you're right. He that's how he is. He hasn't changed. I give him that. He definitely doesn't have a biased opinion, and he's very straightforward with everybody. He basically speaks his mind a lot. So yeah, Cheesy's a good choice. 2 more.
I guess I will choose Vadian DC.
Okay, yep. Yeah, he's a good player, very good player, very skilled.
I've chatted it with him a lot. He has invited me many times to join Discord, but it never happened. I guess our Reddit Discord rivalry played a big
Yeah,
part, in this
yeah. I
decision of
imagine it would.
mine.
Yep.
Yeah, but the times we spoke, like in DM, like he's always been like, a kind guy, a guy with a good personality. I like him.
Yep.
Uh,
I understand.
so yeah, since we never got the chance to play together, I guess I
Yep.
would choose him.
Last one.
Damn. Last one. Let me see.
GTR.
Not me. Jesus. Bloody hell. No. You can go with someone from Unity if you want.
Nah. Wait, who did I say? So I
What
said
about
Zorro, Linus. I said.
yeah,
Oh,
Swiss cheese?
I can
Yep.
also. Oh, I can also choose players who retired. Okay, so I have one.
Of course, yes.
I would like. No, actually, but I did play with him. Is there a problem?
No, of
Like
course
I
not.
played. Okay, no. Okay. So there's this player who is Brona. I don't know if you never heard of it.
No.
Is he
Brona.
from Italia or Storm Italia?
No, he's retired now. He used to be a pretty good time attack player.
Beep beep.
Like insane.
What was his name again?
Brona.
Brona.
Brona. He used to be in
Okay.
SB, and then he joined RS.
Is it the leader of Italia? But you talk about Brera?
No, Brona. He's retired.
Oh, he's retired. Oh, okay. I was going through the
Yeah, he
Italian
used to
team.
be
I
insane.
couldn't see
He
him.
used to be insane at time attacks. And
Okay.
I used to chat with him. He has this trolly personality, which I like.
Yep.
Trolly, like always joking around, always memeing, and also our music tastes are similar, so we also have discussions about this. I don't know, I just like him as a personality. I guess it's a pretty weird, not weird, but like he doesn't take stuff seriously.
He likes to have a bit of a muck around and
Yeah,
enjoy
and
himself.
he's also very good at time attacks. Like
Yep,
Super
yep.
Diesel. He was insane with Formula. He was
Yep.
insane with Super Diesel. He was insane. Like
Mm.
if you ask any time attack player who used to play the game like back then, he knows him. Like he used to be like hella good. He used to be like the best Italian time attack player, like daily player. But then he retired because he doesn't enjoy the game anymore.
Speaking of like daily competitions, would you be willing to take part in the next time we host a daily competition? Would you want to come and take part in our Australian and New Zealand daily competition?
Well, daily, like, is it with a fixed vehicle or?
Yeah, so it's the daily challenge events. So basically, Eva could probably explain it more because he's actually an official.
So what we do is we just run vehicle after vehicle, left to right, through the daily cups.
Oh, nice. Depends if I'll have time and stuff.
Yeah.
Because as I said before,
you post the time. We do a screen dump of the score, the table, and then we post it into a spreadsheet. And put up results, etc., etc. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we've got our own. Maury has his own bot. You know the bot that was used for the Fingersoft
Fingersoft GP.
the GP. That's Maury's bot.
Oh,
So that's
nice.
that's the daily challenge. It's the same bot as as we use on the daily server.
Challenge, yeah, daily server.
Yeah, depends on if I'll have time and stuff. Because as I said before, I'm not playing them much. Like we are at Friday, and I've ran only 100 kilometers. Pretty low for my standards. So yeah.
Yeah,
I'll see. Thank you for the invite.
we used to do it monthly, but it's dropped off a little bit as well. So we usually do it every few months. So the next time one gets announced, I'll send you a DM and see if you want to take part.
Okay, thank you.
Who's next?
My question is next. Parli solo italiano o puoi parlare anche in altre lingue?
Claro que sí. Hablo un poquito de español,
Sí.
pero mi nivel no es tan alto como lo de lo inglés. Pero sí, I guess you could say I can speak 3 languages.
Okay. Italian, English, and a little bit of Spanish.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I used to know Spanish a lot more, like because in the past few years, I only worked with Italian and English.
Yep.
So I didn't practice Spanish, so I lost a little bit of touch with
Yep.
it. But I'm planning to move to Spain soon, so I can, it will be a good life experience, and also it will help me improve and get back to my usual Spanish level.
I
Yep.
know the real reason why you're going to Spain to hang out with all those gorgeous Spain women, mate.
Yeah, I know, right? The Latinas. Yeah,
Yes.
too good.
Oh, I actually learned Italian when I was 5. So I grew up. My sister is 5 years older than me, and I spoke English to my sister, but I understood mum and dad in Italian because mum and dad spoke Italian at home. But we went to Italy for 8 weeks when I was 5, and I come back speaking Napoletano.
Nice. So you're from Sicily, right?
No, Salerno.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So mum and dad were born and grew up in Baronisi, which is Provincia di Salerno. It's about 6 or 8 kilometers from Salerno, and they moved to Australia in 1965. So they were late migrants to
Per
Australia.
lavoro?
Papà faceva il falegname.
Ah, cioè sono trasferiti per lavoro o per... cioè è una questione economica, cioè.
Sì. So
Okay.
dad come to Australia because of he wanted a better life for mum, and we weren't born yet, so all three of us were born in Australia.
Figo.
And I studied Italian at school, so as much as I have a Napoletano accent, we studied Italian at school as well. So yeah.
Very
Nice.
Oh, okay, there's a question here from Itch, but I would like to ask help from Eva to translate it, and then you'd answer it in Italian, please.
Okay, which one?
So the question is from Itch, what is the best part of Italy and why?
Il posto più meglio d'Italia, dov'è?
Tosta. È difficile. Credo che l'Italia sia tutta bella.
Sì.
Il nord ha le sue particolarità, il centro pure e il sud anche. Direi che se ti piace la montagna scegli le località del nord. Se ti piace un po' di più la campagna scegli la Toscana, non so, o l'Umbria, queste regioni qui. Se ti piace il mare devi andare assolutamente al sud, cioè, o in Sardegna, cioè Sardegna è bellissima, cioè. Niente, non so, personalmente a me piace più le località marine, ecco. Quindi io sceglierei qualcosa come Sardegna o Sicilia, credo.
Ah, va bene.
Qualche isola
Bene.
anche, non so.
See. So I will loosely translate that. He basically said all of Italy is beautiful. And depending on your taste, you could find the north of Italy, exquisite. There's parts in the center of Italy that are very nice as well. And then, there are parts of the south of Italy that are beautiful as well. So, if you were in the Alps and and you like the mountains and the mountain air, then the Alps are there for you. If you liked the countryside and being at one with nature, you can do that through Tuscany and Umbria, which is where he's from. And if you wanted to, sit at the beach, you could easily go to Sardinia or similar places like that, and sit on the beach and just enjoy life. So depending on where you want, and Mbow's favorite place would have to be along the beach, Sardinia. He's a real beach and summer type person. So yeah, that's the answer in English.
Oh, very nice.
Yep.
Very nice.
Ottima traduzione.
Grazie. He said that was a perfect translation.
Beautiful. What's your favorite HCR2 vehicle, and what is your favorite track? And it could be any track for any cup.
I don't have favorite vehicles, but I do have least favorite vehicles. I guess
Ooh,
I can list those.
Least favorite. Okay, very good. Very good.
The ones who are not least favorite, they are basically my favorite. Like everything else is my favorite. Like
Yes.
some days I will enjoy playing like Super Diesel more. Like some days I will enjoy playing Baby Jeep more. I don't have favorites, but I do have least favorites, which are Snowmobile, which sucks.
Snowmobile is actually really good on water.
The snowmobile
Yeah,
takes a
but
lot
I
of
can't
skills to
stand it.
master.
I can't stand it because it doesn't have kangaroo, which is one of my favorite mechanics, I guess you could say, about the game.
Yes,
And
of course.
it's slow, and I like to
Yes.
go fast. I don't know. It's so bad. I don't like it.
It's
It's
tricky.
It's random. It's random also.
Yes. And what else?
I
Which
don't
other
like
one?
rotator. I guess I never figured the rotator
You
mechanics.
Don't like the rotator. Wow, that's the
No.
first.
You're
You're one of the first players I've ever spoken to who doesn't like the rotator.
Yeah, because
You're on your
again,
own
it
there.
doesn't have kangaroo and switching wheels mechanic. I never really got to the chance to learn it like at 100%.
Do you know why? Because you
'Cause-
need to run it with the suspension down to 5.
Oh, that's the
brain-
trick. Yeah.
The brain down to 1, suspension down to 5. Play it for a couple of cups, and you'll go, "Holy crap! It's a different car."
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I got my suspension
Yeah,
down
I
to.
tried it.
Yeah, I got it set on 6 or something like that.
Some
6 or 7.
of my fastest times are suspension down to 3.
Yeah,
I'll have to try that.
brain to 1, suspension down to between 5 and 3. Yep.
Then I guess
I love the rotator. It is a brilliant car. You can use it in so many ways. I love the rotator.
Yeah, I mean it's fun, but I don't know. For me, it doesn't do it. Like.
Yep. No. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
What track would you love the best? For any cup, doesn't matter what cup. But is there a specific track that comes to mind?
I'm not a time attack type of guy. I guess I'm most of a team event and adventure, and I guess a public event player. So I don't really know track names and cups names, but I do remember there's a pretty funny cup which is called Down the Tube,
Yep.
which is in a downhill cup.
Yep.
I think that track is
Winter
like one
Cup,
of
yeah.
the
It's Winter Cup.
no, it's one of the downhill cups. It's called Down the Tube. Yeah, it's a winter. Yeah, the
And you've got to
Yeah.
get over the first big jump, and then you there's
you just
three.
go straight down. You just have to how to say it like
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I know.
it's part of the It's called Downhill Cup, and it's the last stage called Down the Tube. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I
that's
like
pretty
the cup.
funny because it's pretty original. It's like
Yeah.
a track who distinguish itself from the others, and
Yep.
it's pretty funny.
I'm going to go with my own. How did you come up with the name Mbow?
Nice. So, my real life name is Marco,
Yes.
and so Arco in English is bow. So I just kept the letter M and just added the translated version of Arco, which is bow. And it just came up with Mbow.
There you
Oh,
go.
that's clever. It's a
Yeah.
mix of Italian and English.
Yeah, but it also has two other meanings. So when I was younger, I always used to say when asked questions, I always used to say I don't know. Like
Bo.
they would ask me questions like yeah, exactly.
Bo.
I always used to say bo, like non lo so, I don't know.
Yeah.
It resembles the pronunciation of my name, Mbow. Like so, I don't know. Something that stuck with me. When I was younger, I used to answer like that.
Okay.
And also because one of my very first games on mobile was Clash of Clans. Actually, my first game, I think. And in
Yes, we
Clash of
have a
Clans,
few
there's
in our community that still play that game.
there's defense which is called Expo, and also has a meaning with that, Expo, Mbow. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. I thought maybe that was your profession, your job. You were an ambulance driver.
No, no.
Excellent. That's a good answer. Very interesting to find out.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, mate, this part of the podcast we get you to say a few words. If there's any shout outs you want to say to anybody in the community, if there's anybody you'd like to thank, mention, or talk about, we give you this opportunity to do so now. It could be anybody that you've played with previously, or anybody that you're playing with now. And, so if there's anyone you want to talk about and have a shout out to, please do so and go for it.
First of all, I would love to thank you for giving me the chance to come in the podcast. Like
You're
it's so
welcome,
cool
mate.
to have
No problem.
to have something like this. I believe we have a small community as compared to other video games, and to have something like this, even if we are not a lot of people who care about this game, I think having something like this is really like I don't know how to say, but it's like a pretty good thing for the game and the community itself. It's always great to see initiatives like this that unifies players from all over the world.
Yes.
Um,
Thank you, mate. Yeah,
so thank you
we do
for
our
having
best.
me and for hosting the podcast.
It's a team effort, mate. Eva does a hell of a lot behind the scenes. He edits every single episode and spends so many hours putting into it. So Pete is brilliant as well, and JR also brings a great voice to the podcast as well. So it's a team effort, and there wouldn't be a podcast without the other guys. So
Yeah, like it's so cool. It's so cool. Yeah.
yeah, but
And-
thanks for the mention for our little PC team.
Yep. Second of all, I would love to shout out some of my friends. Shout out to CLP, which is like an Italian friend group, I guess. I guess you could say. Also, shout out to Garabara. I used to follow his streams back then. Garabara, for anyone who doesn't know, is a player who got saved by the game. He used to be a drug addict, and the game saved his life because as soon as he discovered the game, he quit.
Yep.
He quit. Assuming the substances. And,
Yeah, I know his story quite a bit.
Yeah, it's pretty inspiring, So
it's very confronting when you think about it. And he's a pretty cool guy to talk to as well. Like he's very chill and we need to have him on the episode soon. I've been meaning to send him a message, but I haven't got around to it yet. So he's definitely on the list to come on the show.
Yeah, he needs to do like an update on how his life is going and such.
Yep, absolutely.
And I also admire him for how much he wants to improve, because it's not like one of the best, but during the streams he always tries and
he tries his best. Yep.
Yeah, and improve. He's really committed to the game, even though he's not that young. So his fingers are not that reactive, I guess.
Yeah,
he always tries his best, and I really admire him also for that.
Beautiful.
So shout out to him, and shout out to Unity and Asylum and any other top team for keeping the competition alive. Which without it the game would be dead. Shout out to Lupi Italiani, which was my first team ever. Shout out to Captain Bone, who is actually was the leader of Lupi Italiani. He actually left the throne just a few days ago. I guess that's it.
Yeah, that's okay. There's a few.
Sorry if I have missed anyone.
That's okay. You missed me, but that's fine.
No, I included you in.
Thank you, GTR.
But like, in all honesty,
wait, and
go
for every also thanks to moderators and founders of HCR2 global communities, whether it's HCR2 World or Fair Play or PR or RS. They are keeping the community alive and unifying us even more. So shout out to everyone, basically. Shout out to everyone who loves the game.
Correct. That's exactly right. It's all about the game, the community. We've had people come in on the show in the past, and everybody's said the exact same thing. They play the game for the community, making friends. We're very proud of the community that we built up, not just AUSNZ, but worldwide. The HCR2 community worldwide. It's something we could be very proud of. So
yeah, even though we are small, it's like a big family still.
Yep. It's very true. Agreed. Awesome. Thanks for again coming on, mate. It's been great to chat to you. And yeah, it's great to have a player of your caliber from one of the top teams in the world to come on our little humble podcast, mate. So thank you so much for doing that, and we appreciate your time this evening. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Any last words, Eva, Pete, and JR before we wrap it up?
Yeah, ti voglio ringraziare per il tempo. But I'm going to say it in English. Sorry. I want it to
No, stai andando bene.
I want it to be meaningful, not. So I just wanted to say thanks for your time. Really appreciate. I don't know the way you present yourself, because you are a very good player, and yes, you think you're not. You're playing in one of the best teams in the world, and you're a shining light to people who look up and say, "I want to be more like you." But that also comes across as being more like you as a really nice, humble person. So it's both, thanks for being a great player, but also thanks for being a great human being.
Here.
Well said.
Thank you.
Yep.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Beautiful. JR?
Well, thank you for coming to the podcast and sharing your stories. It was nice to hear all of them. But I would also like to mention something about the podcast team. And it's been a hell of a year for the podcast team and the podcast community. Looking forward to another year and another year. And looking forward to special episodes. Looking forward to GTR and Pete's episode, especially to Eva's two-part episode. Very looking forward to that. That's all I
think
have
we've
to
just
say.
been thrown under a bus.
Yeah,
Yes.
we have.
Yes.
I think we have. Now, are we going to do that in the next episode, are we?
Apparently, yes.
I'm hoping so.
It
I'm hoping
sounds
so.
like it. This
I
is all news to me.
I did have a plan for next episode. There was a special guest that is coming up, come on the show, very soon. He's also a listener of our podcast, and he hasn't got contact with me yet because he's still deciding on a partner that he wants to bring into the show. So I've got a double guest lined up soon. And I can reveal his name because he's definitely going to come on, but we don't know who he's going to come on with yet. But Notorious from Notorious from Syndicate, and I think his alt account is with you guys, Mbow, in Unity.
Yes, he is. He is with
So
us.
he's in Unity and he's also in Syndicate. Notorious is a listener of the podcast. He will come on the show. If it's not next episode, it'll be the one after. He's a fantastic player, very talented player, and a good all-round person. So we can't wait to speak to him. And he said he's going to bring someone on with him, but we don't know who yet. So he's still searching away, and we'll reveal that person, I suppose, on the night of the recording of the episode. Well, okay, so huge episode, great massive update that we talked about earlier in the episode. We all can't wait to play it, and we can't wait to play the new Beast. Just before we go, Mbow, we really didn't mention the new update, the new Beast. What are your thoughts before we go? It's a unique vehicle, isn't it? You can't wait to play it?
To me, it just looks like a vacuum cleaner, but
A vacuum cleaner. Yeah, that's funny.
I
love
thought
it.
it looked like a jet engine.
I thought it looked like a jet engine too.
you know,
I thought-
I'm never too excited to when they release new vehicles and new maps. You know why? Because I think the game as of now needs something even better than vehicles and maps. I think the whole team event section needs a rework
Yeah.
from the point system to the, I guess you could say, the competitiveness of the matching,
Matching,
from the
yep.
matching to the scoring system, and they should also add new modes who will improve the competitive scene a lot more. And those
Yep.
modes are not new vehicles and new maps. Those modes are like
Different team
adding,
event modes.
no, like the FSGP they did with the Fingersoft server, the tournament.
Yep.
Yeah, they should add those tournaments in the game and not
Yes.
keep them as a community tournaments. Everyone in the game should be able to participate, and not just 4K people who are in the Discord server.
It's a very interesting idea. Yep.
They should just add useful features and not just new vehicles and new maps. That's why I'm not really excited to play it, but
So like
that's
an in-game, like another tab that says like a tournament tab, and then you can become part of like a tournament. So it's like a separate section in the game.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Do you know, I dare say something like this may happen in the future with possibly HCR3, maybe?
Yeah. I
Who
hope.
knows?
I can say that Reese and the people in the building that Reese works in listen to this. So, let's tell them again, hey, we want this.
Absolutely. Cool. All right, guys. Thanks again. Thanks, JR, as always, Pete and Eva. And Mbow, thanks for coming on again, mate. Episode 22. We looked at episode 23. And will it be the podcast host? Or will it be someone else? I don't know. But maybe. I don't know. What do you think, Eva? Should we do it?
Well, I think... Well, I can smell the diesel and oil under this bus already, so I think we've been thrown well and truly under.
Do I have tire tracks on my face?
Yeah,
Please.
I think so. So
Yeah,
if that's the case, then I think the next episode will probably be a grilling
Hosted by Jackrabbit.
Yeah, a grilling of us three by Jackrabbit.
Yeah. I actually planned probably to ask Maury to come back and see if he can host a show, maybe with JR, and maybe we can get another guest host as well. Someone
there you
like
go. You just threw Maury under the same bus.
Yeah.
Welcome, Maury.
Well, he's been missing in action as well, so I want to get Maury to pop in back in and say hello.
Yeah,
so
cool.
He's overdue.
He hasn't been missing. He's just been quieter.
He's been busy. He's been busy with real life stuff. So, we'll see if we can get Maury back in, and we'll see if also we can get maybe another guest, a special guest, to come in and co-host with JR and Maury. So, we'll plan that during the next couple of weeks. Thanks, guys. Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy the update, everybody. Join a new vehicle, new tracks, and we'll see you next episode to talk all about it.
No problems. Well, night, everybody. Have a good week or two.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.